it's Mitch with DrywallInstruction.com. I wanted to do a quick follow-up segment to my Basics of Sanding video. When I'm doing my coating videos, I've showed you that you can tape and coat and in one coat get really close to being able to be ready for texture. I wondered if there might be some skeptics out there, so I decided I would just do a quick follow-up here. I've got my mud from my coating corner bead segment. I've got it dried out, and I've got a sanding pole with 100 grit paper on it, and also a sanding sponge to use. And I just wanted to show you real quick what this looks like. Again, when you're sanding, you want to use a dust mask. I'm not going to in this segment just because you need to be able to hear me. But let's go ahead and show you how that works. If you take 100 grit paper, well, before I start, I just wanted to show you a little close-up of the mud, what it looks like, so you can tell the imperfections in it. But once then, I take my sanding pole, and I'm just sanding really lightly with this pole right now. I'm not pushing on it very hard at all. And with my 100 grit paper, I can just run it across that and be able to take most, if not all, of that imperfection right down to very smooth. And so there's a few little ridges and that type of a thing. Now, if I choose to, if you see what I've got here, now I've got everything is, with exception, no, I mean, there's a little line right there, but everything with the exception of right up next to the corner bead is actually perfectly smooth. There's no ridge out here, and that was just that really light sanding that I did. Now, on the inside here, I've got a little bit of imperfection left, and I can choose to do two things. I can either skim that with mud and just do a really fine skim, or I could take my sanding sponge that I've got, and I can just lightly take the sanding sponge and take that imperfection out as well. It looks to me like, in this case, my mud shrank down a little bit, and so we can go ahead and skim that with some topping. So what I'll do is I'll take my 12-inch knife, and I can just coat that outside corner. And when I do that, I'm just going to put my mud on there like that, and then I'm just going to wipe it right back off. I'm not even going to leave any mud whatsoever, and take that outside edge like that. And I've got a perfectly smooth surface now. I might want to take my knife and just press along this outside edge and wipe that down. But now I'm right there. I'm at smooth. You can choose to lightly sand that afterwards, but it's really not necessary if you're putting texture on. You're nice and smooth, and you'll be ready to texture and finish your project. I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope you'll continue to follow us at our website, drywallinstruction.com.